horse he stole from Miller's farm next door. Whiskey breath and a crooked smile clattered through the general store. He tipped his hat to the preacher's wife and sang a cowboy tune. But fate was riding right behind, and it'd catch him all too soon. Now he swings where the oak tree leans, a lesson in the breeze, blown by prairie winds that tell of boots that failed to flee. You can gamble, curse, and fight your man, but one rule still applies: don't ever drink and ride at night on a horse you didn't buy. He drifts by, lariat round his neck, a silhouette at dawn, a warning carved in weathered bark: that stallion wasn't yours, son. They say Farmer Miller tracked him down with vengeance in his eye. The town folks say he never missed, and the outlaw learned why. Now he swings where the oak tree leans, a lesson in the breeze, blown by prairie winds that tell of boots that failed to flee. You can gamble, curse, and fight your man, but one rule still applies: don't ever drink and ride at night on a horse you didn't buy. High and think to steal a steed, you best remember Miller's aim and how that fool did bleed. The grave's still shallow, the rope still tight, and justice still rides fast in towns where stolen horses are the crimes that never pass. Yeah, he swings where the oak tree leans, a tale the coyotes wail. His boots point down his soul, blown wide by Miller's lead and shell. So if you're thinking of a midnight ride, there's one rule that applies: don't ever drink and ride at night on a horse you didn't buy.
Seriously? Why do you do it?
You ignore the signs and the flashing lights.
That's my dad.
That's my mom behind those cones. How would you feel if that was your family? Flashing lights mean move over.
Lines on my face, they ain't battle scars. They're maps of the roads that brought me this far. Silver in my hair, wisdom in my eyes, each wrinkle earned under heaven's skies. They chase the past in flashing lights, but I've got peace and quiet nights. Let them keep their mirrors clean and chase some airbrush magazine. I've lived through storms, I've danced through pain, felt every joy, survived the strain. They say we fade, but I draw near to the truth that grows with every year. Let them judge, I'll stand here clearer, proudly breaking society's mirror. I've seen love rise and used to run fast, now I walk slow. But I see things young hearts don't know. They praise the young, the smooth, the bright, but I've got roots that hold me tight. Let them keep their mirrors clean and chase some airbrushed magazine. I've lived through storms, I've danced through pain, felt every joy, survived the strain. They say we fade, but I draw near to the truth that grows with every year. Let them judge, I'll stand here clear, proudly breaking society's mirror. No shame in slowing down the race, I've earned each line upon my face. I'd trade no youth for all I've known. This aged heart has fully grown. So let them keep their mirrors clean and chase some airbrushed magazine. I'll sing my song, I'll lift my prayer for every soul with silver hair. They say we fade, but I'll draw near to the truth that lives beyond the years. Let them judge, I'll stand here clear, proudly breaking society's mirror. Yeah, let them judge, we're growing dear every time we break society's mirror. We're never too old.
Thank you for your help, Max.
Talk to your child about hidden dangers they haven't thought of, and check out all our safety tips for caregivers at cpsc.gov.
Yeah, the morning's kinda damn. I'm not worried about cutting the grass. Left my truck at the boat ramp and my boat is full of gas. My old boss thinks I'm sick today. He won't have me to harass, 'cause I'm out here on the river and he can kiss my big old B-A-double-S. Kiss my B-A-double-S. I'm going fishing, gonna catch a big one today. Kiss my B-A-double-S. Let's all go fishing, ain't gonna be working today. If he saw me out here fishing, guess I wouldn't stand so tall. He would take my big old B-A-double-S and he'd hang it on his wall. But I don't care, I'm going fishing where the water is cool and deep. If he sees me on the river, I'll be fishing up a creek. Kiss my B-A-double-S. I'm going fishing, gonna catch a big one today. Kiss my B-A-double-S. Let's all go fishing, ain't gonna be working today. Well, the weekend's too short and Monday's too long. There's bills on my table, but I'm where I belong. If the boss calls my number, I'll let the phone ring, 'cause I'm busy reeling in this big old thing. Kiss my B-A-double-S. I'm going fishing, gonna catch a big one today. Kiss my B-A-double-S. in the middle lane on Wilmer's Boulevard. Where are the saints in Bethlehem? Is there a bright star to see? It's almost like a tour through hell on the way out of Tennessee. Where is the road less taken to find one's pretty heart? Where are the saints in Bethlehem on Friday they're going home? When your gas light is on empty and your last nerve is exposed. Where is the road less taken to find one's pretty heart? There are no saints in Bethlehem, just 7-lane misery. I'll say a prayer when you're over there. You get where you wanna be. I've seen halos in the rear view and devils in the fast lane too. Ain't no gospel in the gridlock, just a test of what you'll do. Sometimes mercy's just a mile away, but the road don't let you through. Where is the road less taken to find one's pretty heart? Lives of pain in the middle lane on Wilmer's Boulevard. On Wilmer's Boulevard.
When they learn something new and you can just see in their faces, it's such an incredible moment. It's those moments that are my favorite.
I was a hard man to follow, rough around the seams, drifting through the shadows of my halfway dreams. She stood there like Sunday, quiet and sure, waiting for the storm in me to want something pure. Between Leanne and the Lord, I found my peace. Two steady hands that never let go of me. Love and grace, side by side, taught me how to walk that straighter line. Between Leanne and the Lord, I'm finally free. It took some time, but her prayers held strong, like a hymn that keeps humming when the night feels long. She always preached, just showed me the way. She said a lot of things to make me want to pray. Between Leanne and the Lord, I found my peace. Two steady hands that never let go of me. Love and grace, side by side, taught me how to walk that straighter line. Between Leanne and the Lord, I'm finally free. Mercy knocked and love opened the door. What I couldn't change alone, they did in time, the good Lord above. And that woman of mine, between Leanne and the Lord, I found my peace. A hard-headed woman that never let go of me. Love and grace, side by side, taught me how to walk that straighter line. Between Leanne and the Lord, I'm finally free. Well, between Leanne and the Lord, I'm finally free.
A lethal dose is in here. Who gets it, I won't know.
Scary that it can be put into anything and we can't even see it or notice it.
She held court every Sunday morning. The back pew was her throne, with words of wisdom to make us think and laugh about when we got home. Anything that might happen might cause the poet to write. Miss Betty kept the books for those who wanted things done right. The back pew was reserved, her warm red shawl in view. Everyone knew she would disappear before the prayer was through. Taking care of collection plates, green jackets, or homemade stew. When her children came to fill that space, homecoming was sweet delight. Her heart would glow with family close when they'd fill that back pew up. Now Betty's dreamed herself away to the arms of Jesus sent, but the back pew is never empty, 'cause her memory is still sitting there. And came one Sunday morning, to church I felt to go, to sit in that sacred place that I had come to know. Alone there in somber thought, I wished her family here. Her presence so close, I could feel this empty pew filled with love and sweet Betty memories. The back pew was reserved, her warm red shawl in view. Everyone knew she would disappear before the prayer was through. Taking care of collection plates, green jackets, or homemade stew. Her presence so close, I could feel this empty pew filled with love and sweet Betty memories.
Yeah, I've got a roof built on sweat from these two hands. Between the bank, my woman and me, we're doing the best we can. Got a truck I drive to keep us fed. The lone man shook my hand. But the only ground I truly own is the ground where I still stand. There is no force to move me, no matter the devil's plan. He's pushed my back to the wall, and it's finally hit the fan. I pray for peace to everyone, but I won't step aside. To the truth I will abide, while I pray for peace throughout the land. It's on the solid rock I'll stand. Don't preach your new ideas or your high-minded decree. My common sense outshines all the lies you send to me. My kids will know the difference between wisdom and scam. I'll guard their hearts, I'll play my part, I won't join your hollow plan. The rule is still golden, treat others fair and kind, but don't forget your worth and never lose your spine. He's pushed my back to the wall, and it's finally hit the fan. I pray for peace to everyone, but I won't step aside. To the truth I will abide, while I pray for peace throughout the land. It's on the solid rock I'll stand.
Looking for something to drill? Keep your kids safe by anchoring your furniture and TVs to the wall to prevent tip-overs. Keep your kids safe. Anchor your furniture and TVs.
The old pawnbroker gazed over his glasses as I slowly walked through the door. His eyes held no question at my hesitation. You could tell he had seen it before. How much could you give? As I reached in my pocket and pulled out an old diamond ring. The diamond still glistened while he carefully listened when I asked him how much it would bring. The old ring belonged in my family for years, my mother's mother on down. My mom's last request before they laid her to rest was this ring be passed to me now. But as you can see, I'm in the hard times, and now I must let it go. So name me a price and save your advice. Regrets come later, I know. How much for a memory? Look it over and tell. I'm down on my luck and I need a few bucks. I've got a memory for sale. The old pawnbroker slowly raised his head. He knew my position quite well.
Hey everybody, get ready to have some fun. Welcome to the Free and Fredonia Show.
Hello? Yes? Ice water in 318? Is that so? Where'd you get it? Oh, you want some? Oh, that's different. Have you got any ice? No, I haven't. This is Coconut Beach. No snow, no ice. Get some onions. That'll make your eyes water. What? You too.
Here's your host, Gary SannaBlue Baker.
Hey everybody, looks like we're having some problems with the video lagging, so just hang in there with me. Last night I discovered when the game was over last night, I had put a cutoff button on there that I forgot that it was on. So as soon as the game was over, it cut off, and I didn't realize it. So I was still broadcasting probably for 10 minutes after that before I realized that everybody was gone. So anyway, we'll try to make up for it tonight. I'm telling you, tonight's game is a doozy. The topic is biblical uncles. And it's probably going to be the hardest game that we've ever played. Hey, Chris Baker, good to see you. And Linda and Bill and Sharon, good to see everybody here tonight. We're trying to get it straight, but I was talking about today's game being hard. So, and I've noticed, I've gone through and looked at the questions to see if there were any words that I might have a problem with. And yes, there are a few. But we're going to carry on through. We're going to have a good time. Go ahead, everybody that's here, hit your share button and invite everybody to come along, and we'll get this game rolling. Anyway, appreciate everybody being here. We're going to learn something today about the Bible and the uncles in the Bible. Right now, let's have the word for the day.
Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for human masters, since you know that you will receive an inheritance from the Lord as a reward. Colossians 3:23-24. Give your best in every task. When you serve with a God-focused mindset, your effort is never wasted.
Hey, everybody said amen. Hey, Cody and Leanne showed up, and there's Janie. So everybody's coming on in. Appreciate everybody being here. But like I was said at the top of the show, this is going to be a tough game. The questions are really, really hard. So good luck with it. We're gonna see how y'all do. If you haven't yet, go ahead and hit your share button and let everybody know we're trying to get as many people as we can to start playing and join our little community here. I can't do it alone. It's going to be up to you. I need your help. So, and I appreciate everything that y'all do to help me along and support me. So that being said, let's go to Gloria and she'll remind everybody how to play.
Be sure you like and share with everybody. It's going to be lots of fun with interesting trivia questions on a variety of subjects. The way you play is, the question will be posted on screen with 4 possible answers. You'll have just enough time to choose the answer you think is correct and type in the correlating number in the comments section. Be sure to watch the timer at the top of the screen so you will get your answer in before the cutoff. After you post your choice, give Gary a few seconds to tabulate the answers, and the correct response will be noted before advancing to the next question. Good luck. Now, back to Gary.
All right. Like I said, we've had a little bit of lagging in the video, so hopefully you won't be affected too much by it. Last night, like I said, when the game went off, it cut off immediately. And I talked for 5 or 10 minutes about right the next line and where we were. And I gave a report on where we were and what y'all needed to do. So anyway, all that was lost. But if you want to participate in Write the Next Line song, there's a post on the Free in Fredonia Facebook page. Go there and write down one of your childhood memories and put it down there and put it. We'll see if we can't get it in the song, be part of it. Anyway, hopefully that won't happen again. All right, y'all get ready. This is going to be a wild game about biblical uncles. Who would have ever thought? This whole week is about family. So uncles, we're on uncles, and this is Wednesday Bible trivia. So here we go. First question. Who is the uncle of Lot in the Bible? Moses, Jacob, Isaac, or Abraham? And also you'll notice you have a lot more time to answer the question. I went back and fixed the time to give all your old folk, a chance to find the right buttons. Who was the uncle of Lot in the Bible? Moses, Jacob, Isaac, or Abraham? And I think most of y'all know that these questions are generated by AI. And when you type in biblical uncles, it was really hard to come up with 20. It kept wanting to repeat. So, and there might be some in here that got by me. Abraham. Nobody got it right. And I don't see any votes tabulated. So there might be a gremlin in the works. Let's hopefully, there we go. That's just slow. 72%. Linda, Sharon, Leanne, and then it went by so fast. Here we go. Question 2. It's just lagging. Which biblical figure was both uncle and father-in-law to Moses? Reuel, Levi, Jethro, or Aaron? Which biblical figure was both uncle and father-in-law to Moses? Reuel, I guess is how you pronounce it. Levi, Jethro, or Aaron? Hey, Paula. Paula's joined us. I don't know if you've noticed, I'm color coordinated. I didn't realize this shirt matched the background. Anyway, it's all right. looks like everything is moving smooth. Jethro was both uncle and father-in-law to Moses. Sharon and Linda got that right. Hey, Stephanie. Stephanie showed up. Stephanie had some dental work, I think, today, didn't you, Stephanie? I'm glad you're up and around. Here we go. Question 3. Who was Jacob's uncle whom he worked for to marry Rachel and Leah? Was it Reuben, Laban, Ishmael, or Esau? Who was Jacob's uncle whom he worked for to marry Rachel and Leah? Reuben, Laban, Ishmael, or Esau? I'm telling you, this is a tough, tough game. I don't remember most of these people. I do not remember. Shame on me. But I can't keep getting my camera got off center. I keep trying to get in the center. There we go. Anyway, who was Jacob's uncle? 50% Laban. Sharon, Linda, Chris, and Bill got that right. So evidently y'all were paying a little bit more attention in Sunday school class than I was. Question. Here we go. Coming up. 4. Who was the uncle of King Saul's son, Jonathan? Shemiah, Samuel, Ner, or Kish? This is a wild question. Who was the uncle of King Saul's son, Jonathan? If you remember this, I'm telling you. Shemiah, Samuel, Ner, or Kish? Kish. Good luck on that one. Did I put enough time on there for y'all to answer? It seemed like that was pretty quick. Maybe I was talking over it. I do not know. Ner. Nobody got that one right. Let me check. I don't think I have to worry about my whistle tonight. I don't know. I don't think it's going to be 100%. I could be wrong. All right, here we go. 5th question coming up. 80% of you went with Shemiah. Who was David's uncle mentioned as a counselor in 1 Chronicles? Was it Zeruiah, Nathan, Jonathan, or Joab? Who was David's uncle mentioned as a counselor in 1 Chronicles? Zeruiah, Nathan, Jonathan, or Joab? Leanne, I think everybody's guessing Leanne. Leanne says she's guessing. I see Leanne's playing on YouTube. Janie's on YouTube. Janie, do you have problems finding it on Facebook? I think I saw that. You posted that. I meant to address that. All right, who was David's uncle? He's mentioned as a counselor in 1 Chronicles. Jonathan. Jonathan was David's uncle. I do not remember that story. Let's go to the leaderboard. For laughs and giggles, just to see. Sharon, there she is again. Sharon and Linda, the 2 new sisters with Bill. Chris, I haven't seen you in a couple of days. I'm glad you're here, bud. I wish you were doing a little bit better in this contest, but I understand it's pretty hard. I would probably, if I was playing, I know I would be in last place. All right, here we go. Question 6 coming up. Who was the uncle of Joab, the commander of David's army? Solomon, Saul, Jesse, or David? Who was the uncle of Joab, the commander of David's army? Solomon, Saul, Jesse, or David? Like I said, this has to be the hardest trivia game I think I've had so far. You really need to be a biblical scholar to have a shot. And these are the easy questions, but I wanted to do something for uncles. So this is what I came up with. Anyway, We're learning. This is a learning experience. When you go to work tomorrow, David was the uncle of Joab, the commander of David's army. When you go to work tomorrow and you're sitting around the break room and you don't have anything to talk about, you can say, look, do y'all know anything about biblical uncles? Well, I didn't know anything either. But now you do. All right, here we go. Question 7. What was the name of Abraham's brother, Lot's father? Trick question. What was the name of Abraham's brother, Lot's father? Was it Terah, Nahor, Laban, or Haran? And I'm not going to read those names again. 1, 2, 3, or 4. What was the name of Abraham's brother's Lot's father? And here's another Bible story. I must have been sleeping in Sunday school class on this one because I do not remember. I don't remember that. So, Chris, did I say I was glad to see you? I hadn't seen you in a little while. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're working hard. I know you always work hard. Nobody got that one. Oh, man. Haran was Abraham's brother. He was Lot's father. So that's something you can talk about in the break room tomorrow. All right, question 8. In Genesis, who acted as an uncle to Eliezer, Abraham's servant? Here we go. Was it Nahor, Melchizedek, Lot, or he had no known uncle relationship? In Genesis, who acted as an uncle to Eliezer, Abraham's servant? Y'all remember Eliezer? Nahor, Melchizedek, Lot, or he had known uncle relations? I'm sure, I'm telling you what. Biblical uncles. Who would have thunk? Oh, there you go. He had no known uncle relationship. Paula, Leanne, and Linda guessed right on that one. I'm sure. All right, here we go. This is question 9 coming up. Leanne, you won't remember it tomorrow. Well, probably not. I won't either. Which Old Testament figure is described as the uncle of Amasa? Saul, Joab, David, or Absalom? Did any of y'all remember this story? Which Old Testament figure is described as the uncle of Amasa? I guess that's how you pronounce it. Saul, Joab, David, or Absalom? Time is up. The uncle of Amasa. While I'm thinking about it, I'll tell y'all, I'm thinking about moving Bible trivia to a different day. David was the uncle of Amasa. Sharon, Chris, and Linda got that one. Yeah, I'm thinking about moving Bible trivia to another day because some churches have Bible or, Wednesday prayer meeting, whatever you want to call it. And so they might want to participate. Anyway, here we go. This is question 10. Who was Rebekah's brother, making him Jacob and Esau's uncle? Oh, my goodness. Who was Rebekah's brother, making him Jacob and Esau's uncle? Was it Nahor, Laban, Isaac, or Esau? What a question. Can you wrap your head around this? Who was Rebekah's brother, making him Jacob's and Esau's uncle? All right, well, time's up anyway. I promise you tomorrow night's game, but I'm not going to promise you that. It might be even harder. Laban was Rebekah's brother, Jacob and Esau's uncle. There you go, Leanne. Remember that. So you'll have something to talk about with them ladies in the break room. Here we go. That is question 10. Oh, okay. It's all right. Who did Laban trick into marrying his older daughter before the younger? Was it Judah, his brother, Joseph, his grandson, Jacob, his nephew, or Esau, his cousin? There's a lot of shady dealings going on in the Bible back in the day, you know. Who did Laban trick into marrying his older daughter before the younger? Judah, his brother, Joseph, his grandson, Jacob, his nephew, or Esau, his cousin? Trying to get the older daughter out of the house. Some of these questions actually answer themselves if you. Jacob, his nephew. Sharon, Linda, and Leanne and Chris saw right through that. Right through that question. This game is about uncles. So keep that in mind. Here we go. Can I get over here and stop it? Yes, I did. Let's go to the leaderboard. Linda has moved into first place with Sharon close second right behind her. Leanne coming up with a distant third. Bill, Paul, you came in late. This is a tough one. Linda, I'm really surprised. I didn't think you remembered anything from Sunday school. All right. Carry on. Here we go. Next question. Which king had an uncle named Jehoiada? Jehoiada? Who helped him rule wisely? Was it Manasseh, Josiah, Joash, or Hezekiah? Excuse me. Which king had an uncle named Jehoiada? Boy, that's a mouthful. Who helped him rule wisely? Manasseh, Josiah, Joash, and Hezekiah. These are other parts of the Bible I must have glossed over in my early days. Joash, Sharon, Bill, Chris, and Linda. A lot of what I remember from the Bible actually came from these. I don't know if you remember those big Bible illustration books they used to print for kids with all the Bible stories in it. I think I learned more out of that than I did the actual Bible. All right, here we go. Question 13. Whose uncle was named Eleazar in the line of Levitical priest? Was it Phineas, Moses, Josiah, or Joshua, or Aaron? Whose uncle was named Eleazar in the line of Levitical priest? I wanted to leave that L off of that. Phineas, Moses, Joshua, or Aaron? All right, we got enough time. Phineas. Nobody got it. That's a tough one. I don't remember it. Question 14. Excuse me. All right. Who was Ishmael's uncle according to Genesis? Lot, Jacob, Isaac, or Esau? Who was Ishmael's uncle according to Genesis? Lot, Jacob, Isaac, or Esau? 1, 2, 3, or 4. Get your answer in. Last night, I know it was just like the time was, I think I allotted 20 seconds. It was hard to, so no, there's no excuses tonight. You got time to think about it, but not enough time to Google it. All right. Here we go. It was Isaac. According to Genesis. Didn't say it was going to be easy. Here we go. Question 15. This is tough. It's all guessing. Here we go. Listen carefully. Who became Ruth's great uncle by marriage through Boaz? Was it Salmon, Obed, Naomi, or Elimelech? Who became Ruth's great uncle by marriage through Boaz? Salmon, Obed, Naomi, or Elimelech? It's interesting. I mean, most of the games I put up here are fairly easy. I mean, at least you've got room to guess. On these, you don't. Look at Leanne. She guessed right on that one. Salmon. I wonder why she picked salmon. All right. That's question 15. Let's go ahead and keep on going. We'll look at that leaderboard here in a minute. Question 16. Who was Amram's brother and thus Moses' uncle? Kohath, Izhar, Gershon, or Aaron? Who was Amram's brother and thus Moses' uncle? Do y'all remember this? Kohath, Izhar, Gershon, or Aaron? You know, it'd be interesting if we got some of those preachers that I know on here to see how well they would do. I need to invite some of them. That's why I may change the night of Bible trivia to a different night other than Wednesday, to give them an opportunity to compete. Anyway, Izhar, Leanne, Chris guessed again. Right. Let me go ahead and pause it. Look at the leaderboard now. Linda is still in the lead. Doesn't look like it's changed any. We'll carry on. Who was the uncle of Jesus, according to some traditions? Was it Peter, Nicodemus, Joseph of Arimathea, or Clopas? Who was the uncle of Jesus according to some traditions? Peter, Nicodemus, Joseph of Arimathea, Arimathea. I don't know how that is, or Clopas. Take a guess. Jesus' uncle. I don't ever remember Jesus or the Bible saying Jesus had an uncle like they did if they mentioned him. But then again, like I said, if it wasn't in the children's illustrated book of the Bible, I didn't pay much attention to it. Clopas was Jesus' uncle. There you go. Remember that. Break room tomorrow. Who was Jesus' uncle? Clopas. That's right. They'll think you're a genius. Now, question 18. Ben-Ami, ancestor of the Ammonites, had which famous biblical uncle? Was it Noah, Moses, Isaac, or Abraham? Oh, Ben-Ami is the way I'm going to pronounce that. Ancestor of the Ammonites had which famous biblical uncle? Noah, Moses, Isaac, or Abraham? Time is up. These are hard questions, I'm telling you. I don't think I'm going to have to blow this whistle for tonight. I wish I could. Abraham. Look at Chris. Chris guessed that one right. All right. Here we go. This is question 19. This has been a tedious game. It's making my brain cells tired just trying to read the questions. Which biblical figure was the uncle and guardian of Esther? Was it Nehemiah, Mordecai, Haman, or Ezra? Okay. Which biblical figure was Esther's uncle and also her guardian? Nehemiah, Mordecai, Haman, or Ezra? Esther had an uncle. Esther. All right. We're getting ready to find out. This is another interesting moment. Who was Esther's uncle? It was Mordecai. Everybody, look at that. You somebody who paid attention. Sunday school class. All right. Everybody got it right. Congratulations. I'm glad I got to blow my whistle. This is question 20, last question. Who was the uncle that raised Esther after her parents died? Trick question. Nehemiah, Mordecai, Haman, or Ezra? This is one of those trick questions that pops up every once in a while, so you need to beware and think before you answer. Who was the uncle that raised Esther after her parents died? Nehemiah, Mordecai, Haman, or Ezra? I don't want to try to mislead you to answer. Well, it's too late now, so you fell for that. AI, what sneaks it? I mean, they'll reword the same question 2 or 3 times and try to sneak it by you. Mordecai was Esther's uncle that we just talked about in the previous question. Sharon, Linda, and Bill and Leanne got that right. All right, we're going to go to the leaderboard and see who's got bragging rights on tonight. I promise you I'll try to make it a little bit easier in the future. I know, Bill, it strained my brain just trying to read. And look at that. My sister, Linda, nailed first place. And I'm looking at the points. So she was a little faster guesser, I guess. Anyway. All right. Congratulations, Linda. That is a true feat right there. All right, real fast. This is where we are, and I think we're still going. Yes, we're still on air. This is where we are, and this is where I got cut off last night. This is what Linda, in yellow, Linda has written, and we're going to start the song with it. So there's a post on my Facebook page, Free in Fredonia. Go there, write something about your childhood, submit it, and we'll put it up, and we'll get it in a song, and be singing about it before you know it. All right. Appreciate everybody playing tonight. Come on back tomorrow night. We'll do it again. Tell somebody about the game and invite them to play. And I appreciate it. And until then, I'm going to see y'all tomorrow. Y'all take care.